Never quite ready.
Get with it.
The Rickey Smiley morning show.
News updates.
All you need to know.
It's what's trending now.
Get it all right now.
It's the front page news.
The show.
All right, Rick's My Morning Show time right now is 26 minutes after the top of the hour. This is being brought to you by Amazon Music Unlimited, a full on-demand music service that redefines music streaming by putting a catalog of tens of millions and thousands of hundreds of curated playlists and songs and personalized stations, not just at the tips of your fingers, but also at the tip of your tongue. With Amazon Music Unlimited on Echo, discovering new music or listening to favorites is easier and more fun than ever. For a limited time only, sign up today and receive 3 months for 99 cents at www.amazon.com/music unlimited. It automatically renews and you can cancel anytime. What up, Beyonce?
Hey, good morning. I am your girl, Beyonce Alois, is sitting in for the brat this morning right now, temporarily. And this is what's trending at RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Now, today is a huge day in Alabama. It's a huge day in Alabama. Now, the political spotlight is on the state as voters decide the hotly contested U.S. Senate race. Now, the outcome is a very small margin, and polls have been up in the air all over the map. Now, if you haven't heard, Republican Roy Moore is running against Democrat and former prosecutor Doug Jones, who we're going to be speaking with later on this morning. And former President Obama knows this is such a big race that he even did robocalls for Democrat Jones. So if you're in the Alabama area, make sure you get out and vote today.
There it is.
Meanwhile, several women have been accused of President Trump of sexual misconduct, are demanding congressional investigation to his alleged behavior. And also the suspect in Monday's attempted terror attack in New York City reportedly admits that he was inspired by ISIS. Now, the alleged immigrant allegedly set off a pipe bomb in a busy subway passageway, injuring several people, including himself. Get caught up on those stories and more that are trending right now at RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Good morning, Gary.
Good morning, Beyonce. Coming up later, y'all, everybody's still talking about the Brad claps back at Wendy Williams. I'm going to tell you why she's typing back later, Roxy.
What up, Gary? Monday Night Football went down last night. Big up to the Miami Dolphins. Upset over the New England Patriots. And why are the Oklahoma City Thunder struggling with the big three? I'm going to break that down for you. And the Ball brothers. Yes, they signed a pro contract. I'm going to tell you with who, what it's all about, and how that's going down in the Ball family coming up in sports. What up there, Crack?
Hey, man, it's your man, Head Crack, coming up in the hip-hop spot. If you're a Gucci Mane fan, got some information for you. Also, the Golden Globes were announced, and there's some people that we know that got nominated. So I'm going to let you know what's going on with that. If you're Ty Dolla $ign and YG, your pockets are now $100,000 lighter, and I'm going to tell you why. Got this, that, and a few other things coming up next in the hip-hop spot. Time right now is 29 minutes after the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hip-hop to the max.
The best in the beat. All the hip-hop.
It's Head Crack's hip-hop spot.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, it is about that time. 28 minutes before the top of the hour. What up, Grant?
What up, Rick? Here's what's going on in the world of hip-hop. If you're a rapper, XXXTentacion, you're in a little bit of trouble. You know, because not only did you, you're being, looked at for possibly assaulting your girlfriend, which you've, apologized for, they're actually slapping him with some more charges for reaching out to said girlfriend after they're like, hey, don't reach out to your girlfriend no more.
Oh.
So, yeah, sue. I mean, and they're saying, different people saying he's looking at possible years for these types of
Crack?
rapper XXXTentacion.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the guy that looks like he's already been beat up. But, some of those are just tattoos.
Oh.
It's like a bruised fruit. So, when does he go to court? Top of 2018. How much time could he get? I don't know. Years. Something tells me he's not going to do time because he's young and he's going to probably, I'm crazy. I'm a little off. So we'll see where that situation goes. Gucci Mane, if you're a fan of him, you'll be happy to know that he has yet another album coming out.
Okay.
December 22nd.
Wow.
This dude has dropped an album, if not every month, almost every other month. Consistency, back to back. He's taking the whole Tupac approach, except he's living. Getting to the bag. So shout out to Gucci Mane, man. Moving on, other hip-hop news. Let's talk about the Golden Globe Awards. A lot of people we know got nominated. Your girl Mariah Carey, she got nominated for Best Original Song for her song Star. That's featured on the movie of the same name. Mary J. Blige, she also got nominated too for an original song and also for her role in the movie Mudbound. Issa Rae was nominated for Best Performance by an Actress in a Television Series for her role on HBO's Insecure. And if y'all ain't seen Insecure, I was late to the party too.
Right.
I didn't really start watching it to season 2. Insecure is legit one of the best shows on television. Gary, you watch it?
No.
Dude,
I gotta watch.
You don't do nothing but watch
TV one,
one.
and you know, and
But you should, you in the hip hop culture, Gary. You need to watch other stuff.
I watch other stuff, but Insecure's not one of the things I watch, and that's not hip hop.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
No, it ain't.
It's very hip hop. It's very culture.
It's
very
culture,
part
but it's not very hip hop.
hip hop is.
I know about the show, but I just don't watch.
Yeah, Gary.
But I'm telling you, you would like it. I think
really?
you would legit like the show.
Is it fashion and stuff like that?
No, it's like some chicks in LA just living a life,
Oh, yeah, I would like that then.
slightly ratchet. I'm telling you, you would like it.
I'm going to watch. When it come on?
It comes on Sunday nights, but it's the season's done, so you're gonna have to watch it on
We're gonna
demand.
text you if you answer the phone.
Nice Real
Never answer the
Housewives,
phone.
so on Sundays.
It'll be back at one point. Jordan Peele got nominated for Get Out. It got nominated for Best Motion Picture, Musical, or Comedy. So, you got some options. The award show's going to be hosted by Seth Meyers. It's going to be airing live on January 7th on NBC. So be on the lookout for that, man. I'm rooting for everybody, man. Hopefully Get Out walks out of there with some of them trophies, because that would make it the dopest, not to say comeback story, but the Cinderella story of 2017.
Right.
It was made for nothing, made a ton of money, and it put Jordan Peele on the map as like one of the best new up-and-coming directors out there, man. So big shout out to him. Right. Anyway, that's it for me for the other stories I'm following. Twitter, Instagram, and SoundCloud, HEADKRACK. Coming up next hour, Lil Pump almost got pumped off stage.
What?
Pause. Yeah, I'll tell you what's up with that next hour.
Hey, Brett.
Yo.
How I go live on Instagram? What's the button again?
Live. The top camera on your main screen. The
That
top
has the
camera on
plus.
the left.
Yeah, you gotta hit the plus. And
Hit
then
the
it
plus
gets
button,
motion.
okay.
Yeah.
And then I don't see nothing but gallery and next.
No, don't hit the plus. Go to your main screen. Go to the little camera icon.
What is a plus? Like, like next to your little picture.
That's when you put up pictures. He wants to go live.
Oh, there's two different pluses then. Oh, yeah. Okay.
There's a camera up in the top left corner.
Because on mine, right there, it's like...
You'd have to use that
Okay,
camera.
I see a camera in the top left corner.
Nah, it's like below the camera, like right below the word stories.
Okay, I see a house.
Hit the house.
Hit
Click
the house. Okay, hit the house. Okay, I see the camera up there.
There you go.
Scroll over to live.
There it
you
is.
go.
Start live.
There you go.
All right, Chad.
And he's
live, baby. We live, baby. Holla at your boy. I got your wake-up calls. Get at me. 866-9 Ricky Smiley Morning Show.
It really is.
I want to give a shout out to my boy Big Moo on Instagram. Oh, in your 40s still sing with the U choir. Anyway, get at me with your wake-up calls. 866-9 Ricky, 866-9-RICKEY. Ricky Smiley Morning Show. Shout out to everybody on Instagram Live. I'm on here, man. Hey, Rock.
What up, big dog?
Go to my RS Comedy on Instagram Live. These dudes going at me, man. I'm up here cracking, man. Dude, I'm about to put too much salt in the potato salad ass. All kind of stuff. They killing you on here, Gary.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they talking about you bad on here.
I'm praying for all of them right now.
Yeah.
All I could do.
Somebody said Gary sound like Bernice Jenkins' older sister, Bartolomeo. I don't know why they up this early in the morning going ham. I'm talking about they going ham on here. Hey, Ricky Smiley Morning Show. Hey, we got your wake-up calls. Get at me, 866-9-RICKY, 866-9-RICKEY. What up, Crack?
What up, Rick, man? Isn't this the type of morning where you probably should just have a taco?
Oh, yeah, man. That's right, man. That's right. Listen, did y'all know that you can customize any item on Taco Bell's menu? That's right. Make it a vegetarian, spicy, extra cheesy, and more. Learn how to hack the menu with Taco Bell YouTube series for here or to go. Watch at youtube.com/Taco Bell. What up?
What up, pimpin'? Now listen, man, Christmas is right around the corner, and we don't want people to go out there and make the fatal mistake of getting one of these 10 worst gifts you could possibly get for Christmas. Like, when you think back, Rick, what is the worst thing you ever got for Christmas?
The worst thing I ever got for Christmas? I love my mama now. Mm-hmm. But they sure be doing these little Dollar Tree gift exchange. And I think I got something one time like an angel.
A dream catcher.
Did the arms even move at all?
It was just an angel. The arms opened up, but it was made out of clay. And it was painted, and it's just an angel. I wanted some kind of gift bag. They pulled names or something. Some kind of little angel.
It's your little guardian angel, dog.
And it stayed in the back seat of my Ford F-150 for about 2 years. I took it right back the next year and put it up under the tree. I appreciate it, but I mean, I ain't got nowhere to put it.
Yeah, like, and where does that go? Like on top of a mantle? Nah.
Yeah.
Sometimes cheap is the value depending on how it looks.
It wasn't as big as my hand. It wasn't even big.
Oh, tiny angel.
A Little Women Atlanta angel.
Little mangel.
Like the little wiggle angel.
Well, yeah. So they made like this list of like the 10 worst gifts you can give for somebody. Number 10 on the list is soap on a rope.
Soap on a rope.
Yeah, like where can you even buy that?
They still have that?
Yeah, I thought that was just for like, people on lockdown.
The little secondhand stores.
Ooh. A scarf. Which, I refute this because, like, a dope scarf is undefeated. Yeah. Especially if it got, like a fly pattern on it or something like that. Like, I'll take a scarf.
Me too.
A handkerchief.
Right.
Yeah, a handkerchief is number 8 on the list. Candles. I also refute this one as well.
Okay, now what's wrong with candles?
I can do the candles.
Now, if you get a candle from Brad, you're gonna get a good candle. She go ahead and get the good stuff.
Would you shut up?
She got me my little next candle.
Yeah, joints be smelling
Shoot,
real soft.
got my whole dining room smelling good.
Yes.
Can't even smell the food with Brad.
Number 6 on the list is a movie you've already seen. Here's the thing. We live in a world where everyone's streaming everything, so it makes no sense for you to, like, just run up on somebody and hit them with a DVD. Because, like, who has time to even pop a DVD in a DVD player anymore?
Unless it has some type of, sentimental value or something.
Like, this is my favorite movie of all time.
Right.
Also, let me move through this. 5, a T-shirt with a funny, clever, inspirational saying on it. 4, socks. I'll take some socks if they dope.
I'll take socks, too.
Yeah.
If they I will take a pack of Nike socks, not the dry fit, but the cotton ones.
Yeah. Number 3, bath salts or a bottle of bubble bath. 2, a toiletry kit. And 1, ugly clothing.
Or like a tool kit from Lowe's.
There you go.
With a Phillips head screwdriver, a flathead screwdriver, all the little wrench set, where you can fix anything and it zip right up and it go in your nightstand.
Yeah.
A pack of AA and AAA batteries.
I be looking for tools at Lowe's. I don't even need them. I just be looking for, this is cool to use, and I find something to use it on.
Right. Be fixing all kind of stuff and fix everything.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Gary, you don't like the soap on the rope. You like the soap that actually drops.
It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
You tired. And that's up. Wake 'em up. Wake up. Wake up. Hey, get on up. Hey. Wake up. Wake up. Don't keep hitting that damn alarm. Early in the morning, get on up. Hey, wake up.
Roman, I got Georgia. Ask me to wake up my whole city. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Hey, this D from Atlanta, and I want to wake everybody up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
This DJ Blind Man calling from the Bull City, Durham, North Carolina. Want to represent always. Wake up, wake up, wake up to all my Bull City DJs out there.
Good morning. My name is Keisha. I'm calling from Augusta, and today I graduate as a mortician. Wake up, wake up, wake up, future mortician.
Okay.
Wake up. Feel it. Feel it. You tired. And that's up. Wake 'em up. Wake up. Wake up. Get on up. Hey. Come on and wake up.
This is Eva calling from Raleigh, North Carolina. I'm calling to wake up Jordan, Kendra, Cedra, Kaylee, Micah, Tito, and Etha. Wake up, wake up.
My name is Irene, and I'm calling from Broward. I want to give a shout-out to my fiancé for being there for me. Wake that ass up.
Yeah, this is JB. I'm calling from Henderson, North Carolina. I just want to give all my co-workers a Sunrock a wake-up call. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
My name is Crystal Ivory. I'm calling from Making Me Sleep, and I would like to say wake up, Prestige Farm, and wake up, KJ, Chance, and Hardy. Let's get to school.
Listening. Call them out, so let's go.
Montgomery.
Wake up.
Jackson.
Wake up.
Little Rock.
Wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Meridian.
Wake up.
Raleigh.
Wake up.
Rockford.
Wake up.
Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Thank you, Juicy.
You're welcome.
What you got, Crack?
All right, this is all being brought to you by Amazon Music Unlimited. Tens of millions of songs, one for every moment. For a limited time only, sign up today, and you can receive 3 months for 99 cents at www.amazon.com/Music Unlimited. It automatically renews, and it cancels anytime you want it to, man. It's for the people that's blowing money fast. Rick Rose, Styles P. Let's get it. Front page up next. Trending right now.
Trending topics.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley, the morning show, 12 minutes after the hour. Y'all, Brett got your front page coming up next. But first, let's take a look at hip-hop. What you got, Crack?
Word up, man. And the hip-hop part is being brought to you by...
Oh, my bad, man. America's Best. Boy, I'm so gone today. America's Best. That's the front page brought to you by America's Best. Don't overpay for your eyeglasses. Go to americasbest.com. Contacts and eyeglasses where you can get 2 complete pairs of single vision glasses for only $69.95 plus a free eye exam. And make sure y'all check out those brand new Rickey Smiley frames. All right, you will get compliments on those all day. What up, Grant?
What up, pimpin'? Here's what's going on in the world of hip-hop. Young Jeezy's going on tour. He's taking the show on the road. He has the Cold Summer Tour, which is popping off in February. And this is all in support of his upcoming album, Pressure, which comes out this coming Friday. Be sure you pick that up. It's going to be a 6-week tour, which is going to take him all over the country, man. L.A., Vegas, Denver, Chicago, Boston, New York, Nashville, Atlanta, and more. It's going to wrap up in Tulsa, Oklahoma on March 23rd, so be sure you check out the Snowman when he comes to a city near you. Now, one person who is currently on tour is rapper Little Pump. He recently made a stop in Connecticut, and he was rocking through his hits, and then someone threw a bottle of water at him. I hope you do that. Then at that point, it prompted him to stop his shows. Well, someone threw a bottle of water at him while he was rocking, and then he stopped for a second, and he threw a mic at the person in the crowd, and then the show abruptly came to an end, and that was it. It's like, hey, man, listen, when these people come rock for you, don't throw nothing at them, man, because the show is going to abruptly end. And if you get beat up and punched unmercifully in the crowd by that rapper's security, you earned it.
Right.
Just saying.
Right. Why would you throw something on us? Did that ever happen to you, Brett?
No.
Why would they do that?
Like, maybe, I don't know, maybe they got to the show and realized he didn't really have any lyrics. I don't know. But still, there's no reason to throw nothing at him. Yeah,
exactly.
Just
leave.
Just leave.
Yeah, thank
Bounce.
you.
Moving on to other hip-hop news. Now, there's this video's been floating around by this dude named Keaton Jones, a kid who's being bullied in Tennessee. And here's the thing. That's why I don't trust the internet. And, and I move very carefully when people, are soliciting help or attention for certain things, because you never know what you're buying into. Case in point, this kid was getting bullied, and his parents, shared the video, and, a whole bunch of different celebrities, like Snoop Dogg, Katy Perry, Sean Hannity, Chris Evans, who plays Captain America, and Millie Bobby Brown from Stranger Things, all lended their support to said person. There was even a GoFundMe that was started. It almost raised, nearly $70,000. But, the internet was smart out here. Some of us are woke. They did their research and realized that Keaton Jones' mom is a, damn near racist redneck.
Yeah.
And
Trump supporting.
Yeah.
Confederate. They got bitches holding up the Confederate flag. Everything.
Yeah, and and some people even saying, and once again, you can't really trust the internet no matter what side of the story you want to fall on. They said he was getting bullied because he was saying the N-word at school.
And that's exactly what I thought when I saw it on Dish Nation yesterday. And then Portia mentioned that his mom had kind of mentioned the N-word, and there was a bunch of Confederate flags, because I saw the video and I really felt bad. But then I started thinking, this little kid probably run around emulating the things that his parents says.
Yeah.
And is going to get beat up by people.
Now, whether it be a situation where he was actually emulating the things his parents said, or maybe he was getting bullied because of the things his parents said,
There's two sides to every story.
There's two sides to every story, but just watch what you lend your money, energy, and time into, and do the research before you just jump out the window. That's black, white, or anything else in between.
Yeah.
Because not everything you see on the internet is fact. There's a lot of misinformation out there.
They've raised about how much money with the new GoFundMe page?
Like $70,000. And there was this one MMA guy who was like, I talk to the kid's mom, and she was all about trying to get money from me. That's all she cared about. So watch how you move out there. Anyway, that's it for me. For the Southern Stories, I'm following Twitter, Instagram, and SoundCloud, HEADKRACK.
That white little Daryl got y'all, didn't he?
Got them, not I.
He didn't get me.
Blind woman.
I didn't even click like. I got to research stuff.
Right. I appreciate that. What you got, Brett?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brad, and these are the headlines that are trending right now at RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Well, Alabama is in a political spotlight today as voters decide a hotly contested U.S. Senate race. Doug Jones is running opposite controversial Republican Ray Moore. Moore's been accused by numerous women of sexual misconduct, and former President Obama did a robocall for Democrat Jones, and NBA Hall of Famer Charles Barkley spoke at a rally yesterday.
I am begging and urging everybody to get out, call all your friends. We gotta, at some point, we gotta stop looking like idiots to the nation. If somebody sent you this as a movie script, you would throw it in the trash. You says, there's no way possible this other dude could be leading in any polls.
Keep it always keep it real.
All the time. Meanwhile, several women who have accused President Trump of sexual misconduct are demanding a congressional investigation into his alleged behavior. But it seems like, is this dying down already, Ricky?
No.
Okay.
They just came out with it yesterday. But they have a congressional hearing. See, the thing about it is, when you got the Trump administration and they blowing it off and like it ain't nothing, won't answer any questions or whatever, then they expecting other folks to resign and everybody else losing their job, then why does the politicians get to stay? Exactly. And the fact that the people in Alabama, man, and some of the mindset of some of the men and women here, they're so dismissive of, but Nikki Haley got it right, our ambassador. She works for the Trump administration, but what she said, I heard that Trump was pissed off at her. But to blow people off like they don't, it don't matter. It just needs to be addressed and talked about,
Right.
So
Right.
Trump should resign.
I feel you. And last but not least, the suspect in Monday's attempted terror attack in New York City reportedly admits he was inspired by ISIS. The immigrant allegedly set off a pipe bomb in a busy subway passageway, injuring several people, including himself. So to get caught up on those stories and more, you can go to RickySmileyMorningShow.com. I'm your girl, Brett. What up with them sports rock teasers?
What up, Rickety Tat? Last night in Monday Night Football, the Miami Dolphins upset the New England Patriots 27-20, man. Dolphins keep their playoff hope alive. Your boy, Rick, running back Kenyon Drake, went off for 114 yards. That man look good. He looks good, dog.
Real deal, boy.
Yes, sir. NFL Network suspended 3 former players and current sports analysts, including Marshall Faulk, Heath Evans, and Ike Taylor. I believe former NFL quarterback Donovan McNabb is also named in this lawsuit. Allegations of sexual harassment and assault by former NFL Network employee Jamie Cantor. She was she worked as the wardrobe stylist. So I keep you posted on that situation. It's official. Giancarlo Stanton is now a New York Yankee. He was traded from the Miami Dolphins. I'm sorry, the Miami Marlins.
For the talent we have, obviously, this is not where we want to be. We have to.
That is not Giancarlo. That is actually Paul George. And the reason why I've got Paul George right there is because the Oklahoma City Thunder is struggling with Russell Westbrook, Carmelo Anthony, and Paul George, the big three. They're 12-14, Rick Dog. 9th in the West. 9th place in the West with those 3 players.
They're going to put it together. It'll be all right.
You know what I'm saying? And last but not least, the Ball brothers. Yes, the Ball brothers. I'm talking about 16-year-old LaMelo Ball and LiAngelo Ball, who's 19, signed a 1-year pro contract in Lithuania with a Lithuanian team named Prienų Vytautas. They report to the team in early January. Man, LeVar Ball is doing it again. Hey. Say what you want to say. He's doing what he's got to say. But LeVar Ball also sent President Trump some big baller shoes.
You did send President Trump some baller shoes.
I sent him 3 pair, red, white, and blue, to show him we patriotic.
That's his dog. He know what he doing, man. He know what he doing.
Yeah, but now these Ball brothers, I don't know, they haven't signed anything, but
he talking about
these.
I see what you did.
These Ball brothers right here.
The balls.
Oh boy, I had to slide that one in. That door was wide up. What you got coming up, Gary?
Coming up next, y'all.
Gary,
Wendy
you familiar with
Williams,
the
she
Ball
clapped
brothers?
at the Brad, but baby, the Brad clap back. What?
Never mind.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show, baby.
Wanna hip you to the teeth? It's Gary, baby.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. 27 minutes before the top of the hour. Gary has the tea and the clue of the day. Gary.
Yup, and Gary's Tea is brought to you by WeFixMoney.com. They're putting up to $2,000 in your account, sometimes in less than 24 hours, so you can have a dope Christmas, man. WeFixMoney.com. Hit them up. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Head Crack. Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Tuesday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood, and here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Wendy Williams, honey, she was on her show recently, and she went in, Ricky, on our beloved Brad, honey, saying some things on her show that just was not true. Well, yesterday on Dish Nation, we picked it up, and we had Brad's word from what Wendy said on her show regarding the Brad on Dish Nation yesterday, and here's how it went down.
Like DeBrat, I'm going to choose my words carefully. DeBrat owes the woman that she attacked with a brown liquor bottle. And she was ordered to pay the woman, Shayla, $6.4 million. But DeBrat hasn't paid a dime. You know, I like Dish Nation, but I'm sure they're not paying a lot. You know, it's a little lunch money over there or something like that.
Wow.
She's a grown woman. You could call Jermaine Dupri. I don't think he has it for you, though, Brat. You can call Mariah, but that's a lot of money, Brat. $8 million. $8 million. This woman deserves something.
Lord have mercy. Now, where do I start? I don't know, because that was a lot of reasons. Let me not do the Tyrese and talk too much.
Okay.
First, she said she liked me.
Yeah.
Okay. I like you too, bitch. Before I went to court, I was going to give her, before the whole jail thing happened, she was going to get $200,000-300,000. Okay. The day I was supposed to go to court, she wanted more. So I pulled the money back like, no. I'd rather just go to jail, do the time, and do what I have to do. So that is what I did. Now, as far as her not getting paid, that is a lie, Wendy, okay? And if you like me so much and we so cool, you should have came, you should have hollered at me. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. Now, as far as you saying we make lunch money, honey.
Y'all, I don't know. I do.
Let's stick to that. I make lunch money. Lunch money. We barely eat over here. We're starving. And I can go to Jermaine Dupri. If I asked Jermaine Dupri for $8 million, it would be in the bank in a few minutes. If I asked Mariah Carey for $8 million, be in the bank in a few minutes. But I'm not that type of bitch. I'm a different kind of bitch, which is why I'm not going to get malicious and ratchet and say anything bad, because why? You know what I'm saying? You like me, I like you. It's all good. The record is set straight. The young lady is being compensated.
And there it is. And my thing is, man, Wendy was just sitting here 3 weeks ago. I thought if she wanted to have that conversation, she could have had it.
Yep.
She's sitting right there next to you.
She can reach out anytime she wants to. All she got to do is have her people call our people. It's easy to reach everybody up here. So,
you know, I mean, because if it's a story or whatever, okay, yeah, we know she's just doing her job. But,
right.
You know, like you said, reach out and have you on and give you an opportunity to respond. Because, but I don't think the listeners and the viewers took kind to it. They didn't go after you. They went after her.
Yeah.
From what I saw.
And
now, what did you see?
I'm very grateful for that. That's what I saw, too. I went under one of the posts on Dish Nation, and everything was positive, and everything was like, oh, my God, I'm so proud of you. I got over 100 text messages and so many phone calls yesterday saying, oh, my God, you handled it with class. Because people didn't know, like, the old me know that I would have normally lost my entire loving mind.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's so many ways that you can go. If I wanted to be malicious and talk about her, because we get stories across our board on her all the time, and we tread lightly when it comes to her. We might laugh at some things, as the world does, but, you know what I'm saying? We tread lightly, and we make sure we don't try to offend nobody too tough, because, like I said, we're all friends of each other's show. Right. She sat here and showed me her rings, and we was talking and chopping it up. I mean, me and Wendy go way back. But, you know, she kind of getting back into her old radio ways when people wasn't really feeling her, when she was really, like, saying horrible things about people. So I hope she doesn't go back into that, because people, the world loves her, and I love her. So I just, you know, I don't want no beef with her, no issues. But if we friends and you like me like that, then you should have talked to me. And then if you don't like me, then that's understandable too. That's accepted. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, that one in the Ashanti one was really, really nasty.
Yeah,
it was nasty.
I don't feel as bad as she. I don't feel like she got me as bad as she talked about Ashanti.
That was real nasty. That and just as a loving person, it really hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
Because you know, not just because I love Ashanti, but it is vicious. It's like somebody spitting just venom, and the audience sit there, and I don't think the audience was feeling the Ashanti one, and it's almost like the audience trained. They could not possibly agree with all of that.
Right.
But I don't know. That's the world we live in now.
We're going to keep praying for it. It's all good. We're going to keep doing the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. We're going to keep doing Dish Nation. We're going to keep eating this damn lunch money and getting to it. We love you, Wendy. Do your thing. Congrats on all you do.
And the color today is prayer. On the high end, you say prayer, and on the low end, just say pray. That's your color for today.
I just appreciate what you did. That just says so much about your character. You're so awesome, and we're so thankful to have you. And just appreciate everything. Thank you so much for being you.
Oh, man.
I just learned a lesson today. I really just learned from you today.
Oh,
Thank
you just gave me goosebumps, baby.
No,
thank you.
No, I appreciate you because, people do come under attack, and just the way you just handled that just gave me some inspiration right there. And I hope somebody else driving to work picked up some inspiration this morning from how to handle stuff like that. You are the prime example of how to handle it. So there it is, y'all. All right, coming up next, y'all. I ain't got the chicken and waffle mix. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
It's the Rickey.
It's about 9 before the top of the hour, y'all. Hey, this is brought to you by Taco Bell, man. Did you know that you can completely customize any item on Taco Bell's menu, make it a vegetarian, spicy, extra cheesy, and more? The possibilities are endless. Taco Bell's latest YouTube series, For Here or To Go, will teach you how to hack classic Taco Bell menu items by taking them to the next level. For Here in the restaurant with existing ingredients, To Go at home with ingredients from your kitchen. There's more than 20 delicious menu hacks for you to check out. All right, so make sure y'all check it out. Head to youtube.com/Taco Bell. That's youtube.com/Taco Bell to watch now. John Lyon.
Yeah, man, yo, that was just a Tuesday turn up. Of course, I had to drop that head crack all the way lit in the mix. Of course, man. Yo, that tune I go hard, crack. But yeah, but make sure you link me my Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat at JAH Lion Zone.
There it is. I appreciate it, John Lyon. Hey, Black Tony. Hello. Hello. Black Tony.
Black Tony.
Hey, where you at, boy?
Hey, Rick.
Hey, you need to come up here, man.
Hey, son. Look.
Yeah.
Look, son, I can't stop. Hey, son. Hey, Rick.
Yeah.
Hey, Rick.
Making me yawn. What?
My nephew, look. You know my little thug nephew, shot who locked me up. Who had locked me up in the attic at my mama's house.
Yeah.
Shot this little boy. Shot, can you go to jail? Shot, if I shoot him in the foot, I go to jail.
No, what you want to shoot him in the foot for?
I want to shoot that little boy. Boy. Shot, I'm asleep over here. Shot, I'm asleep. Shot, this little.
Don't say it.
Shot, he know I gotta go to work in the morning. Shot, he know I gotta go to work. Shot.
Right.
Him and his little ugly ass little brother. Shot. They both ugly. Shot.
Yeah.
Him and his little ugly ass, never had little brother.
Right.
He 12, his brother 9. Shot.
Right.
They know I gotta go to work. They know I go to work in the morning.
Right, which you don't. But yeah, I'm not. But you be trying to come.
I'm trying to sleep.
Yeah.
So this little boy that came and took. They done put like a whole tablespoon of orange gel on my lips.
They put some orange gel on your lip.
Man, they put a whole bunch of it, son. I can't even move my mouth, son. I'm just slobbing, son.
Yeah, no, you don't need to come up here like that, man. Well, why would they put some orange gel on your lip?
I start slobbing, son.
Black Tony. But why would they put orange gel on your lip?
They cake my whole lip up. They cake my whole lip up.
Yeah, so your lips numb?
Someone can't move my whole mouth. I feel like I got punch in my mouth, so I couldn't move.
So you walk around like you got a toothache? You walk around like you got a toothache or something?
Yeah, sorry, my mouth look like Bobby Brown. Sorry, my whole face crooked.
Dog, well, go ahead and put something on. But let me ask you something, Black Tony. Can you walk, though?
Sorry, I put warm water on it and get it off. It'll make them stop being numb.
Yeah, I'm talking about can you walk? Can you walk and can you drive? You can still get to work, though. Do like regular black folks do and just put a rag over your mouth when you have a toothache instead of...
No, son, I got a little crazy. I got slob all on my face, yo.
No, don't worry about it. Just come on to work, though. We need you today.
Okay, son, I'm gonna get up and try to cut out. So and then they tied my shoe together. So they tied my joint together. So I can't even get in that little...
Dog.
I'm finna shoot him in his foot. So I swear for God, I'm finna shoot him in his foot.
They tied your joints together, dog?
Yo, they tied my joints together. 200 don't even match. They tied a joint 12 and a joint 3 together. So they can't come out there like that.
All right, dog. Just come on up here tomorrow, man. Don't worry about it, man. All right, y'all, coming up next, man, we got a special solo. We've been waiting on this for a long time, man. We got Juicy. It's going to be singing coming up next. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show, baby.
Let's go.
All right, this segment is brought to you by...
WeFixMoney.com. Listen, it's December. It's a tough time for a lot of people out there. Things are due. Electricity, car notes, toy money, whatever the case may be. WeFixMoney.com can put up to $2,000 in your account and deposit it in there, sometimes in less than 24 hours. But listen, you can't get that money if you don't hit them up. So punch in your information. It takes 2 minutes. WeFixMoney.com got that 2-minute quick fix guarantee that lets you know in 2 minutes or less whether or not you can get the dough that you need. WeFixMoney.com.
I appreciate the head crank. All right, just gonna be. This is a special request. I just needed this personal in my life. I love when Juicy sang this song by Missy Elliott Brett.
Yeah.
This just bless my socks. Now, Juicy, you ready?
No, apparently not. Like, she's gone missing. We just sent the search party out to find her. My doing the sponsor was merely just a stall tactic. Hold on 1 second. I am calling her on the phone personally while the other people go out there to look for her.
She was rehearsing. She showed me that she had to get the words.
She was literally right there, and she was all pumped up and ready. And then
did she know what time we were supposed to do it?
She even changed her shirt. Yeah, I told her 8. I told her the time. She knew it was nowish.
Maybe she's dressing as Missy.
She would have made sure she a diva.
She's gonna make a grand.
Is she answering the phone?
No, I'm looking at Beyonce right now. She's dialing. Hold on 1 second. Bear with. Here she comes. She's coming down the hallway right now with a stack of paper. Come on, Juicy. Hurry,
she probably had to go print it out.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, well, we gave that to her earlier.
So help her up on the stool.
Climb on up there. We all cried out over you.
Juicy.
Give her
Hold on.
Yep.
Hold on. Not
help her up.
Tell her that's the hold on.
Yeah, we'll just pull.
Well, hold on. My headphones. Hold on. I ain't got them ready.
We got a little leg swinging.
They ain't touch the floor.
Little chatty.
30 years.
Okay. Whatever.
Juicy, you ready?
I can.
All right.
Lord Jesus.
Let's go, Juicy. Hey! Come on.
Hey. Oh, Lord.
Yeah. Come on, Juicy.
No.
I need everybody to be quiet when she saying my favorite part where I can make room because I'm finna hit the floor.
Hey. What now?
So you ready out there, people? It's on and poppin'. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
What now? Is it worth it? Let me work it. I put my thing down, flip it and reverse it. If you're thing yet, if you're thing yet, if you got a big, let me search it. Find out how hard to work it. Is your thing yet? Is your thing yet?
What happened?
Give me your number so I can phone. Your girl acting stank, don't call me over.
What happened?
Tick-a-tie-ya. Is your thing yet? Is your thing yet? Big house, let me work it. How to work it? Is your thing yet? Is your thing yet? See my hips? I'm a tip. Don't you?
Keep going.
Okay. Is your thing yet? Is your thing yet? Gotta work it. Let me work it. I put my thing down and reverse it. Your thing yet?
Ticky-ta-ta, taka-taka-ta-ta.
Makes me so good. I say blah, blah, blah.
And yeah.
I'm inconsolable.
Let it work. Yeah. I put the thing down, flip it and reverse it. I put the thing down and reverse it. It's your 50-50 thing yet. It's your 50-50 thing yet. It got a big, let me search it. And find how hard it's gotta work it. It's your 50-50 thing yet. It's your 50-50 thing yet.
What now?
Ticky-ta-ta, taka-ta-ta-ta.
I quit.
Your 50 thing yet. It's your 50 thing yet.
That's enough.
If you gotta work it, let me work it. I put my thing down, flip it and reverse it. It's your 50 thing yet. It's your 50 thing yet. Ticky ta 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 ta.
All right, Juicy. All right, girl.
Oh, man. Also, we got Jeff Johnson coming up next, y'all. Oh, Lord, I can't breathe. I'm inconsolable, Gary. All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Jeff Johnson got 3 things you need to know, brought to you by
Duracell. Get the trusted power of a Duracell battery before Christmas morning so you can spend less time driving to the store and more time around the tree. What up, Rick?
Hey, it is a big election day. Everybody that's in Tuscaloosa, York, Alabama, Birmingham, Huntsville, Montgomery, Mobile, Dothan, everywhere we are on radio. Y'all need to be really getting out to vote today. We're going to be having Doug Jones on in a minute. Right now, we got Jeff Johnson. Got 3 things you need to know. What up, Jeff?
Hey, Rick, I want to talk about that, but let me say this first, because I know there's a lot of people talking about sports this week. And for those of you that follow football, even if you're not watching it, you know that the Philadelphia Eagles are having an unbelievable year and just lost their quarterback. So, of course, now's the time, Rick, where everybody is saying, why doesn't the Eagles pick up Colin Kaepernick?
Right.
And I think we know that Colin Kaepernick got blackballed by the NFL. But I think if the Eagles don't choose him, this might be the one time it's the right choice for him and for them. I don't know about y'all and Crack or Rock. I'd love your opinion on it. But when you are having the run that they are, you want zero distraction. You don't want to have somebody pick up to your program that doesn't know the program. And you rather go with the backups you have who know the system and keep focused than somebody you don't know that hasn't played all season and potentially brings drama. So I also, y'all, if we see Cap play again, I want him to be set up for success.
There you
and
go.
I don't know if bringing him into Philly right
there
now
you go.
sets him up for success, because any loss, they blame on Cap.
Absolutely.
Right.
End of story, period. I agree 100%.
So y'all, yeah, so I hope that Philly doesn't do it. And if they do ask him, I hope Cap knows what's best for him better than Jeff Johnson does. Hell. But looking at this, y'all, let's not call this one racism. Let's hope that Cap gets the best chance to come back if he comes back. Second thing, Rick, is, and you've already talked about it, is Alabama. And you and I went hard talking about the mayor's race, but this race is going to impact not just Alabama, but has the ability to impact a good portion of the country as a result of the numbers that it gives the GOP and the insane person it can potentially put in office. If Roy Moore wins, not only is he a reliable split, but he also is a nutbag. And I seldom just believe the hype of what's happening in the media. But, Rick, you and I both know, not only from a policy perspective, but from a human perspective, this is not who you want in office.
Right.
And so if being a pedophile wasn't enough, this is somebody that refused to take down a statue of the 10 Commandments. You and I love Jesus, but at the end of the day, as a judge, you have a job. He was removed as a judge twice in Alabama. This is not who the people of Alabama, I don't care what party you are, need. And there are Republicans, Rick, that are saying they want a Republican. They just don't want this one. So you all, I keep hearing, Rick, and you know Alabama better than I do. As Mobile goes, so does the state. And so we need people to turn out, not just in our typical place, but we need everybody in Mobile to turn out. Make sure you get to the polls. Make sure you block not a Republican from getting into office, you all, because I don't think this is about party. Let's block somebody who just is not a great human being, who doesn't care about the vast number of people in Alabama or the country. Prevent him from getting into office and show up today in numbers. Take everybody to the polls. Before I get out of here, Rick, I want to give a big shout-out to Hope Wiseman. Have you heard about this 25-year-old Spelman alum?
No, what happened?
This sister is getting ready to be the youngest black female owner of a cannabis dispensary in the country. Marion, Maine is going to open in winter of 2018 in Prince George's County, Maryland. She is going to be deep in medical marijuana. And this is, I think, a great news and a great pattern. We know that marijuana and drugs, through the war on drugs, has drastically incarcerated too many of us for too long. And we need to push policy to make sure before a whole lot of people get rich on marijuana, we get everybody out of jail that is in there for sentences that are too long. But as we see some of our young people and not so young people taking advantage of the economic opportunity, being able to create jobs and create wealth, big up to you, sister. Hope Wiseman, 25-year-old, youngest black female owner of a cannabis dispensary. Do your thing, sis. Rick, those are 3 things I got for you. Y'all get out and vote.
All right, that is. And if anybody know, if you in Huntsville, Birmingham, or if you know anybody in Mobile area, please send them a text message, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat.
Give them some money. Take them shopping.
Yeah, a phone call, man. Tell people in Mobile, Alabama to please go out and vote. They need 33% of black people to show up to vote, man. And, we could have a good outcome tonight. Jeff, thank you, man.
Absolutely. Love y'all. Talk to you.
That is. We love you, too. Gary, what you got coming up?
Coming up next, y'all, I don't know what's coming up.
We're actually talking to candidate Doug Jones.
Oh, we're gonna do Doug Jones next. Okay, all right, we're gonna be talking to Doug Jones. You don't want to miss it. Running for the United States Senate in the state of Alabama. We're gonna be talking to Doug Jones. Up next, Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
In the head by the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Hey, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, the time right now is 26 minutes after the hour. Yeah, we getting ready to have Senator candidate Doug Jones on. We're gonna have Glennon Threet on. Attorney Glennon Threet on this morning, and we're going to be talking to Doug Jones up next. But I'm going to let everybody know, man, like on Real Talk, on everything, when it comes to stuff like this, man, I take it serious. I need everybody to get up and get your minds right, to get up and vote. The state is dependent on us. I talked to his campaign staff yesterday, 33%. We need 33% of black folks to go out here and hit the polls and vote. Every woman that's ever been touched or violated, I need all men to think about your daughters, think about health care, think about the tax bill and everything that's on the line with this election. And if you are in Tuscaloosa, if you are in between Birmingham and Tuscaloosa, if you're in Bessemer and Fairfield, Alabama, if you're in Huntsville, Alabama, if you are in Gaston, Anniston, Montgomery, hey, we need everybody to get up and please go to the polls and vote this morning. So, if nothing changes, nothing changes. All right. So, I know you might not, even if you don't understand everything about who's on the candidate, just know that we pretty much running against the Grand Dragon of the Ku Klux Klan. Because everything that he stands for and have stood for, this man has been a twice removed judge. Okay? So we just can't afford to have that kind of radical stuff. They asked him about something a few weeks ago about when was the last time Alabama was good or something like that. And his reply was during slavery. Something to that effect. And that's what people took away from it. So, Donald Trump and everything that he stands for is trying to take us backwards. And we are definitely trying to go forward. And if anybody out there, I don't care if you're in Chicago, Miami, if you have relatives that's in the state of Alabama, I need you to, especially everybody in Atlanta, who's half of Atlanta is from Birmingham, send your cousins, your family, your mama, your auntie, your uncle, everybody especially the young people that's in their 20s, you know, and the teens, that's the 18 and 19-year-olds that's old enough to vote, to make sure that they vote today. It's very important. Medgar Evers died where you could vote. Rosa Parks sat. You understand? Dr. King, they all made the ultimate sacrifice where we can exercise our right to vote today. You know, if you look at where you can go and eat, and where you can drive, and where you can live, and where you can get educated, you can now go to the University of Alabama or Auburn or Sanford or Miles or Tuskegee or Talladega College or any school you want to go to. But do understand, you didn't just wake up like that. Somebody sacrificed themselves and their livelihood and their families where you could have that. And let's do them a favor today by going out here and vote. This is serious. This is serious. Everything is on the line. So don't get mad when you see the Confederate flags and the police brutality and all of this stuff that's going on that you don't like. Here's an opportunity today to do something about it. Show up at the polls and vote. I've been voting at the same place ever since I was old enough to vote, Kingston Project. The minute I get off the air, driving down to Kingston today, I be driving across state lines trying to vote because it's important. Just want you to know that somebody died where you can vote. Dr. King missed out on raising his kids. Hey, I can tell you, man, that Dr. King, one of his last days on this earth, he was leaving his house and he was going to Memphis, Tennessee, getting ready to on the Poor People's Campaign. And he was getting ready to get in the car in Atlanta, and the kids jumped on the hood of the car. They jumped on the hood of the car, trying to get him not to go. When Dr. King got in the car, he said, hey, man, when I come back, he said, I'm going to take some time off because I'm going to spend more time with my kids. See? And that was the last that was the last time Dr. King saw his kids. Dr. King was assassinated in Memphis, Tennessee. Did all of that, sacrificed his 4 kids and left his beautiful wife trying to fight for us. And now we have an opportunity today to get out and vote, to keep these racist people, the same type of people and the same type of mindset that assassinated Dr. Martin Luther King. So we got to do what we got to do today. And I'm begging you with all I got, with all that's in me, to please go out to the polls and stand up today for the legacy and the memory of Dr. Martin Luther King, Brother Malcolm X, Rosa Parks, Medgar Evers, Fannie Lou Hamer, and some of the ones that just sacrificed and laid it all out on the line where we can have what we have. I beg of you today. Let's go to the polls and vote, and let's make a difference. You want to bring them on now, Greg?
We'll go to break. We'll catch them on the other side.
There it is. Coming up next, Senator candidate Doug Jones. Up next, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, there's a big Senate race in the state of Alabama, and I've been trying to get this gentleman on the show for a long time, and I want to let everybody know, man, he really stands with everybody, and especially in the civil rights movement, went out and prosecuted the Ku Klux Klan members that bombed 16th Street Baptist Church that killed the 4 babies while they were in Sunday school. Ladies and gentlemen, Senate candidate Doug Jones. Y'all give it up, y'all. Hey, good morning.
Morning. Hey, good morning, guys. Thanks for having me this morning. I really appreciate it.
Man, it's a blessing to have you on the show. We have a lot of mutual friends, and so I've been trying to get to you, and you've been trying to get to me, and thank God that you can come on this morning. And so how's everything going?
You know, I think it's going great. We are seeing such an energy out there. It is just amazing that the messages that we've had about, you know, my background and my history, but also the issues that this state and this country face on health care and jobs. You know, we feel very good about where it is. We're drawing huge crowds. We're getting a lot of support. It's just been overwhelming to us, for me, my wife, and my family, the support that we've got. So we're excited. We're excited and getting more excited every day.
So explain to us what's at risk and what's on the line with the health care bill, the tax cuts, everything.
Well, you know, I think the health care bills that were floating around last year, that really started driving the political debate. People started realizing that all of a sudden those folks in Washington wanted to take away the health care that they've gotten for the first time. This state in particular is a poor state. We depend on Medicaid dollars. We depend on Medicare dollars. We should have expanded Medicaid when we had an opportunity, but we didn't. And when those bills were coming up, it was going to hurt this state a lot because it was going to freeze and block grants with Medicaid. Nobody wanted to see that. We've got pre-existing conditions. We've got, we got single moms who have to take their children to the emergency for routine health care. We've got to do something about that. So I think in the coming year, you're going to see some efforts to try to get back into the health care debate. The Affordable Care Act was never supposed to be the end of the discussion. It was always going to be a work in progress to try to figure out what's working, what's not working. Ricky, we've got especially that CHIPS program gives us an opportunity. That's the Child Health Insurance Program. That there's 150,000 kids in the state of Alabama that benefit from that. They could not get health care without it. There's some bipartisan efforts now in Congress to extend that CHIP program. I want to be part of that. If it doesn't, in fact, I've called on Congress to go ahead and do it. Don't wait on Doug Jones to get in the Senate. Just do it. It's that important. So that's been a big issue. Obviously, the economy, jobs, trying to attract jobs, and having a good business climate for Alabama. All those are so important. And I think what's at stake now between me and my opponent is that business climate and really what kind of image Alabama wants to have going forward into the 21st century. We've had our share of divisiveness. We've had our share of hate. It's time to have somebody like I think I can bring to the table that can kind of unify people, bring people together, and I certainly don't demean people. I want to be a partner with everybody in the state.
You got to get out and vote. This election is serious and everything is on the line. Let everybody know how they can follow you on social media.
Well, I appreciate that because we have learned, especially in the last few years, elections have consequences, and this is a special election. It's not the normal time they're thinking about going to the polls. You can go to our website, which is DougJonesForSenate.com, but the main thing on social media is a Facebook page, Doug Jones for Senate, and I've got my personal Twitter account, which is @GDouglasJones.
Keep doing what you're doing. We thank you, and we appreciate everything, and we will be out at the polls, and nobody can afford to sit at home. This is a very important election. Every single thing is on the line. Ladies and gentlemen, Senator candidate Doug Jones, y'all. Come on.
Thank you, Rick. Thank you, buddy.
All right, y'all. Hey, coming up next, man, I need everybody to listen. I need you to listen. I'm about to bring on attorney Glennon 3. He really about to break this thing down. And if you know somebody that live in the state of Alabama, hey, you need to call them. Let them know what's going on, man. They got to get out and vote today. Glennon 3 up next. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, listen, this is so important. The next, the guy I'm about to bring on the phone right now is so awesome, man. Started out as my attorney, represented so many. Ended up my lawyer, ended up my mentor. Big brother. We share every holiday together, him and his beautiful wife, Carla, and my niece, Danielle, and the extended part of my family. And if you know anything about me, I believe in civil rights and politics, and this is where I get a lot of my information from. Glenn, I don't know if you heard the show earlier when I was talking about the story of Dr. King in his last 2 days, on this earth, and why it's so important to get out and vote. We were talking on the phone last night, Glenn. Share it with the listeners. First of all, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. How are you, and how's the people on the show?
Man, everybody good this morning. Share with the listeners what we were sharing last night. We were talking.
Well, what we were talking about last night, Ricky, is what a pivotal moment this is in our history. Every election matters, but this particular election matters more probably than any during my lifetime. Taking from a historical perspective, and what you and I were talking about last night is just how we got to the Voting Rights Act. Both you and I are old enough to remember when black people could not go to the polls in Birmingham or anywhere else in the state to vote. They had burly guys with axe handles standing out there asking you, do you really want to come in here and vote? We had to take tests where they would ask you how many bubbles were in a bar of soap and how many hairs were on somebody's head, and you had to pass that test in order to be able to vote. You had to pay poll taxes in order to be able to vote. So many of the people that you talked about earlier who gave their lives in order for us to have the opportunity to exercise the franchise gave their lives, got beat on the Edmund Pettus Bridge and elsewhere in our state so that we would have the right to vote. And so the idea that people would stay home today when they had the opportunity to go out and pay respect and pay for the sacrifices that all those people gave in order for us to have the right to vote is just something that was very troubling to me, and we talked about that last night. But the other thing we talked about is how we got here in terms of Alabama politics. We've had a governor that was a Republican that was removed from office because he was convicted of a crime that was related to corruption while he was in office. The Speaker of the House of Representatives in Alabama was probably the most powerful legislator of the state, even more powerful than the governor. He was convicted of felonies for corruption that was related to office. And that's how, and then when Jeff Sessions became Attorney General, that opened up that seat to allow him to leave, and that's why this Senate seat is in play now. So what matters now is the vote. As far as Republicans are concerned, it doesn't matter that Roy Moore has the problems that he has. It doesn't matter that he is a former chief judge of the Alabama Supreme Court who openly disobeyed the law. If he didn't like the law, he told them to hell with the law. He wasn't following it. They told him to remove the Ten Commandments. It wasn't about the Ten Commandments. It was about Roy Moore telling the Supreme Court and everybody else that it didn't matter that he was the highest judicial officer in the state of Alabama. If he didn't like the law, he wasn't going to follow it. They removed him from office, and the people in Alabama reelected him to be chief judge of the Supreme Court. Then the second time, when they passed a law to allow same-sex marriages, he not only said he wasn't going to follow the law, but he told court clerks around the state of Alabama that they didn't have to issue marriage licenses because if he didn't agree with the law, then they didn't have to follow the law. And so, irrespective of the fact that he's an alleged pedophile, that's still in play with whether or not he's guilty of those things. I've listened to some of those people. I think they're credible. But we know for a fact that he was removed from office twice because he refused to follow the law. Now, let me tell you about the option that we have. Doug Jones. I just heard him interviewed on your show. I know him personally.
Oh, really?
I've worked with him I know him personally. Yeah, I've worked with him on cases. I knew when he was the U.S. attorney, when he was prosecuting people that I was trying to defend. He was confirmed by a Republican Congress. And most importantly, Ricky, he was the person who never gave up. When he came in 1997, he made it his goal to make sure that two of the Klansmen who were responsible for bombing the 16th Street Church, and people knew who they were for almost 30 years and couldn't prosecute them. And Doug made that his personal vendetta to make sure that those people came to justice. He prosecuted them, he convicted them, and sent them to prison for a crime more than 30 years after those little girls lost their lives. He never gave up on us, and we should not give up on him now. Now, Roy Moore has been hiding the last few weeks. He's refusing to appear in public over fears that people are going to question him about past allegations of stuff that he's been involved in. Now, I know that I'm probably older than many of your listeners, so I'm old enough to remember seeing people with their blue ink on their fingers in South Africa and Iraq. You remember those pictures, Ricky, where people that have waited years and given their lives in other countries to have the right to vote. Right. And I'm old enough to remember seeing all those thousands of people in those different countries. Each of us has one vote. One of the most troubling things that I heard was in the barbershop a couple of weeks ago with somebody that said, well, my vote ain't going to matter. Less than 800 votes selected the mayor of Atlanta. Less than 800 people's votes.
Right.
Today, we have a vote to change our children's future. But a vote, just like your mind, is a terrible thing to waste. We are the people that we have been waiting for, Ricky. And just like Doug Jones said, and just like President Obama said, and just like Donald Trump has reminded us, elections have consequences. The President, Trump, did not come to Alabama to stop gun violence. He didn't come to Alabama to try and get justice for unarmed black men who have been involved in incidents with the police. He didn't come to Alabama to help us find jobs. He didn't come to Alabama to help us get better schools. He came here to support Luther Strange because Republicans need that vote. And then after Luther Strange lost to Roy Moore in the primary, he wouldn't come back to Alabama, so he went to Florida and spoke across the border to try to get people in Alabama to vote, to give the Republicans one vote. This election has consequences, and we need every person's vote. And if you don't vote today, I think you'll be eternally sorry that you had an opportunity to miss out on a pivotal moment in our history.
Right, right. And they got a thing that says if Mobile, Alabama goes, so does the state. So everybody that have family members in Mobile, whether they teens, whether they cousins, everybody contact, text somebody, call a relative in Mobile, Alabama, even Mobile, not just Mobile, Montgomery, Tuskegee, Dothan, Tuscaloosa, York, Alabama, Huntsville, Birmingham, Anniston, Gaston, everywhere where we on the radio. we want you to know that this is serious, man, and you really got to get out here, and you got to go out here and vote. You got to. And
Rick, when I see people riding around with a Confederate flag on their car, I think, you know what, that person has the same thing I got, one vote. And if I go vote, then that cancels out his vote.
Absolutely. Absolutely, y'all. Glenn, let everybody know how you can be reached.
I'm at G3 on Twitter, and I share a lot of information, but I'm not talking about anything else today other than the people of Alabama need to get out and vote. This is a pivotal moment in our history. Do not let this moment pass.
There it is, y'all. Glenn and Threet, y'all. Hey, more Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up next.
Just trying to change your life. Oh, baby. Hey, yo, here we go. What's the deal?
News, sports, and hip-hop.
It's larger than life.
And this is what's trending right now.
Trending topics.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, 13 minutes after the hour, y'all. Brad got your front page coming up next. But first, let's take a look at hip-hop. What you got?
What up, Pippin? This is all being brought to you by Amazon. They got millions of toys and games to choose from this holiday for kids of all ages, from classics to the must-have hits of the season. So whether you buy them for creative kids, competitive kids, or grown-up kids, visit Amazon for all the toys and games you need. Plus, get free shipping on over 100 million items with eligible orders over $25. Check out Amazon now. Here's what's going on in the world of hip-hop. You know, now, Quality Control, which is the label that has Migos, they recently released their Control the Streets project. And one of the takeaways from there is another collabo that they got with Nicki Minaj and Quavo. The song's called She for Keeps. Here go Nicki going in a little bit.
Ooh, they salty. I know they salty. Please say them ginger ale. Tell that bitch I'm open. She couldn't even be Gail.
Yeah. It's crazy that we're at a point in time right now where we consider that going in.
Wow.
It was just some raps. It was some raps. I think going in is a little bit of an elevated, celebrated term.
Right.
She kicked some raps. One person who attempted to kick raps and got a bottle thrown at him was rapper Little Pump. He recently made a stop in Connecticut, and apparently everybody was not Gucci gang. There might have been some FUBU gang in the crowd.
I hope you do that.
Yeah, he was rocking. Somebody threw a bottle at him, so he then threw the mic at the guy in the crowd. Then,
but why though?
The show was pretty much over. I don't know. Like I said, he Gucci gang. Maybe somebody was FUBU gang, Kalkanai gang. Who knows? Who knows? Nobody knows. One thing I do know is last night I snuck into a preview for the new Star Wars movie.
Oh, Lord.
Man.
Why didn't you tell me?
You know, you might have been out of the room when I talked about it. I didn't know you was in the Star Wars. You don't strike me as a Star Wars chick, Brad.
I'm really not. When there's people like standing in line and stuff and going crazy to see it, I'd like to be a person that's...
Well, you need to hang with me because I have 2 Millennium Falcons and I have an X-Fighter. And I have a drone Millennium Falcon.
You worse than JD.
You're going to like this new movie.
And I got some Star Wars headphones that sound just as good as these Sonys.
JD got a whole... Where you get them from?
Where these damn headphones came from?
I'll punch you in your nose. I got you down.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah, the official, I can't really fully review it until after 12 noon, but follow me on Instagram and all that other good stuff, and I'll tell you about the movie. It was pretty dope. That's it for me. For this other stories, I'm following Twitter, Instagram, and SoundCloud, HEADKRECK.
There it is. I appreciate it here. Great. Let's take a look at the front page at Brett. Good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brett, and these are the headlines that are trending right now at RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Well, Alabama is in the political spotlight today as voters decide a hotly contested U.S. Senate race. Doug Jones is running opposite controversial Republican Roy Moore. Moore has been accused by numerous women, though, of sexual harassment. Former President Obama did a robocall for Democrat Jones, and NBA Hall of Famer Charles Barkley spoke at the rally yesterday.
I am begging and urging everybody to get out, call all your friends. We gotta, at some point, we got to stop looking like idiots to the nation. If somebody sent you this as a movie script, you would throw it in the trash. You says, there's no way possible this other dude could be lead in any pose.
Wow.
Uncle Chuck is absolutely right, man. It makes the state look about as backwards as a backwards wagon or something. But for these people to sit here and just ignore all of these allegations, and this man has already proven and shown his character. He's been kicked off the bench as Supreme Court judge twice. And just to show you how backwards people are, in this state, how the backwards thinking. And even if you break and cross party lines to do the right thing, and if the Republican Party is supposed to be the party of morals and values and Christian conservatives, but it's okay, to prey on young girls and to be a pedophile or whatever, and you excuse that over, that's absolutely crazy, because now it's a distraction. It's a distraction in the Senate. It's embarrassing to the state, and I don't know. I just want people to stand. I want people to go out and vote. Donald Trump is at 30%, the third lowest ever at this time in anybody's presidency. He is at 30%, whatever, So I just need people to really get out and vote. We need 30. If we get 33% of black people get out here and vote, we can turn this thing. You understand? It's a lot on the line. Health care, tax. The tax bill, everything. A lot of stuff is on the line. Glennon just explained it. And so y'all make sure y'all do your part and get out and vote. People have died and sacrificed their lives just where we can exercise this right. So let's make it happen, folks. All right. Hey, Brett, I appreciate that. You got one more. You good?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
All right, there it is. Let's take a look at sports. What you got, Rock Tease?
Well, we don't got time for sports right now, but what I do got time to tell
Damn,
you
you just hate
that.
straight.
Hey, man, that wasn't me, man.
Yo,
but we got Attorney Crump coming up next to talk about the Tupac documentary that he's been having.
Get a little bit more friendlier there.
Can he just at least say football or
at least say the word? Can I just do one thing?
Say the word. Say the word, football.
Hey, man, let me just say, Monday Night Football last night, Miami beat New England. There it is.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, the time right now is about 29 before the top of the hour. Hey, we got Benjamin Crump on this morning, world-renowned. Everybody know Benjamin Crump, man. He represents a lot of the families who's have loved ones victimized by police officers, and so now he has a new show on A&E. But first, before we go into that, Dog Team.
Hey, how you doing, Omega Man?
Hey, shout out to the good bros this morning, Rudy Root to the good bros. Hey, man, talk to the listeners, man, real quick. I just got to take just 2 seconds of your time to talk about the show, to tell why people need to get out and vote in the state of Alabama today.
Absolutely, man. I'm working on cases against American Airlines where they're kicking black people off planes and the federal government not stepping in. Your election matters. Electing the right senator gives us a voice with the Justice Department like we had with Obama, like we don't have with Trump.
You said the right senator.
The right senator.
Right.
From your home state.
Right. Right. Hey, man, so we just wanted, I just wanted you to say that this morning, man, because I know you follow everything. We always be talking from time to time, talking about these issues that's important.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, I really appreciate that, man. So your show tonight.
Death Row Takeover Theory.
Break that down for us.
All right. And Rick, I got to say thank you for using your voice for all these issues for our community, whether it's Trayvon or the unknown Trayvons. You and the Rickey Smiley Morning Show always are the voice for the people. Thank you, brother.
Hey, that's our job, man.
Yes, sir. Death Row Takeover Theory, the show is Who Killed Tupac? We looking at the 5 theories that have developed over the last 20 years. And this is the theory, Ricky, that says whether the intended target was really Suge Knight and Tupac was just collateral damage because people closest to Suge Knight was plotting to take over his $500 million company. And that's $500 million back in 1995. There's not many things comparable to that today, other than possibly what Jay-Z and Beyonce got. Death Row was it. They had Snoop, Dr. Dre, Tupac. They were killing the game, and people didn't think this thug from the hood should be running that company. So we look at whether his ex-wife, his lawyer, and his head of security plotted to make sure that Suge was separated from the money. Because remember, after this, Ricky, Suge went to prison for 7 years.
Right.
And so it It gets deep here, Crack.
Yo, and like, you know, every episode, it takes us down like such a different path. And by the time you're done with that episode, you're like, well, damn, maybe that's what happened.
Right.
And then you watch the next episode, you're like, well, you know what? That makes a lot of sense, too.
Right.
You know, it just seems like his whole murder and even Biggie's murder was just the perfect storm of all these weird circumstances. Like, you know, like there might not be one clear answer. Like, it may be a little bit of all these things.
Right.
Well, wait till y'all get to the finale here, Crack and Brad, because it's going to be interesting. Tonight, we look at this, but we got to remember, a $500 million company has a lot of power. Suge and Death Row had about 30 to 50 LAPD officers working for them. So the question then becomes, were they involved with the gang members and so forth to make this happen? So we're looking at every aspect of it, Ricky, and at the end, it really is going to blow your mind.
All right, man, and let everybody know how they can watch the show and how they can follow you on social media.
At Attorney Crump, and the show is A&E 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And again, Rickey Smiley, I have to thank you because A&E is amazed that so many people are going to their website, downloading the app to watch the show. They translate that to young people, and you, before everybody jumping on the bandwagon, were allowing me to interview about this show, and now that all your young audience is tuning in, it just shows the influence of the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. We got to figure out what we're going to do next year because they're already talking about it, whether it's going to be Jam Master Jay or Notorious B.I.G. or Martin Luther King or Malcolm X. But this Who Killed series is going to go to year 2, largely because of people like you and Head Cracking the Brat, giving a brother an audience to communicate with our people.
Hey, man, we are tuned in, man, and we just absolutely love you, man, and it's so good, man. Sometimes when I get discouraged about stuff, man, there's always somebody good in the frat that just you know, give you some enthusiasm. You always give me enthusiasm, bro, and I just love you and appreciate you, dog team.
I appreciate it. We're at Houston tonight at a sports bar owned by an Omega man named Rob Wright, having the watch party. We were at Harvard last week, Ricky, at a watch party. They had us at Harvard, brother.
There it is.
Congrats.
All right, man. So we're going to be checking that out tonight, and we look forward to talking to you next week as the saga continues, man. Hey,
grand finale.
There it is, man. Attorney Ben Crump, y'all root to the Q. Are you?
Thank you, Ricky. God
Yes,
bless.
sir. All right, y'all. Praise break coming up next. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Love with the morning show.
Love the morning show.
I'm in love with Rickey Smiley.
I love you, man.
I'm in love with the morning show.
Awkward.
I'm in love with Rickey Smiley.
All right, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show, man. Hey, I need everybody, man. We're going to go a little old school this morning, man, because this is a battle cry right here. This is our dog whistle right here. Hey, we got to fight racism, man. And I'm telling you, man, I need everybody to get up. I need everybody to get out and vote this morning. Ain't no stopping us now. We on the move. Doug Jones, man, is running for United States Senator in the state of Alabama. I'm only looking for 33%, man. 33, and that's sad that that's all they're looking for. It should be 90% because it lets you know that people have died just where you can exercise your right to vote, man. Ain't no stopping us now. We're on the move, y'all. I need everybody. Head to the polls and vote. Turn your radio off. If you in Atlanta, if you in Miami, if you in Chicago, if you in Cleveland, I know Cleveland in the house because everybody in Cleveland got relatives that live in Alabama, Cleveland, Cincinnati, and Columbus. You need to call them and text them, nephews, nieces, cousins, aunties, uncles, mamas, daddies, grandparents. Tell them to make sure that they get up and go to the polls and vote. Hey, in 30 seconds, I got Pastor Haynes. But right now, let me just motivate you with this song, because this reminds me when Richard Arrington was running for mayor of Birmingham, the first black mayor of Birmingham, Alabama, after a police officer shot and killed Benita King. They played this song right here, and black folks got up and got on it, and we elected the first black mayor in the city of Birmingham, Alabama, which is Richard Dick Arrington. Hey, so here we go, y'all. Pastor Haynes up next, y'all. Everybody, ain't no stopping us now. We on the move. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Let's go. Right now, man, you out. If this don't fire you up, man, I wasn't even old, Pastor Haynes.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I was not even old enough to vote when Benita Carter got killed. But I promise you, man, I was 8 and 9 years old, man. I was standing right there in that march, standing next to Reverend Abraham Woods. Reverend Joseph Lowry, Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, all those black pastors came to Birmingham when they murdered Benita Carter and shot her down like a dog, man. So, hey, that was the get out and vote, and that's when your frat brother, Richard Arrington, became the first black mayor of Birmingham, man. And let everybody know, Pastor Haynes, the importance of this election today.
Oh, Rickey Smiley is absolutely huge. Once again, the state of Alabama is the battleground for freedom and justice versus oppression and racism. Rick, it blows my mind that Doug Jones, who is running for Senate, he was the one who successfully prosecuted those Klansmen who were responsible for the bombing of the 16th Street Baptist Church in Birmingham, Alabama in 1963. 4 little girls were killed, juxtaposed Doug Jones getting justice for 4 little girls to another one by the name of Roy Moore, who has been known as a predator on little girls. And so does your voice count? Does your vote matter? Yes, it does, because in a real sense, there's a choice you have today. Are you going to stand on the side of freedom and justice, or are you going to stand idly by and allow oppression, racism, and predatory activism to continue to have its ugly way? And so I ask you to understand that your voice counts, your vote matters, and if you don't stand up, then the sad reality is you're letting down those 4 girls who were killed in Birmingham. You're letting down those who have been victimized by the predatory ways of one Roy Moore. You are letting down those who have lived and died to make sure that you have the right to vote. But please don't forget, it's not about just those who died. It's about whether or not you're going to live in a healthy environment, in a just society. Are you going to live in a world that is a world of justice for everybody and not just for the up and in? And so please, whatever else you do, recognize the dream still lives, but there are those who are trying to bring a nightmare to that dream. But I refuse to allow their nightmare to overrule that dream. And so go ahead, let's stay woke, let's work vote, let's vote woke. Today's the day Alabama can be the state of liberty and justice for all.
Hey, Pastor Haynes.
Yes, sir.
You know what's crazy, man? And let me tell you why I'm so excited about this. For 30 years, they killed those 4 little black girls that went to Sunday school. For 30 years, man, that went unchallenged.
Thank you.
And Doug Jones came and he prosecuted those members of the Ku Klux Klan and put them in jail. And today, we need to take a stand for him and go to the polls and vote, because he took a stand for us. And you know, he got a lot of hate mail and a lot of death threats for prosecuting those Klansmen. So now we have an opportunity to take a stand for Doug Jones today. I am on my way to Kingston Projects right now to go to the center and vote like I do every election. Pastor Haynes, I love you, man.
I love you, Ricky. Thank you. Keep up the great work. Let's get Doug Jones in there.
Ain't no stopping us now. We on the move. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Turn it up, crack. Let's go.